Happy Tuesday. Hello and happy Tuesday. This is Prime Honey D with the cards of the week. I am using the Mythical Goddess Tarot deck, and we could kind of get into it. It's been a lot of intensity going on with this Cancer, Gemini full moon now, but with that transitionary full moon that we've had going on, there was a moment for the moon and Mars to be in Cancer. And that brought up, from what I noticed, just a lot of intensity for people. I also want to just acknowledge that with that energy, there's a lot happening with the dynamic of needing to really listen to those who are capable of communicating clearly, and those on the receiving end for not getting too caught up in the emotionality of that communication. And I say that because Cancer being the energy of the heart space, I feel like they share that energy with Libra too for different reasons, but Cancer being cardinal water. So whenever you think of a cardinal energy, it's the initiatory energy. So Cancer represents a lot of raw emotion to a degree. And without the proper balance of awareness and knowing, that can be thrown very much off kilter and can be taken to extremes. And that's when you really don't want to really interact with Cancer energy, because there's no rationale or logic involved. Okay? So just to give grace and just to extend compassion to those who may be experiencing a tough time right now, whether it be in overwhelmed sadness and overwhelmed anger and overwhelmed, just anything that's overwhelming and putting you off balance or off center right now. I want to send compassion to you, because it's not healthy to bypass feelings. And no matter how much discourse there is online about high vibrations and high frequencies, you can't even get to those feelings without accepting not feeling good or being in a place that isn't the best. And it's okay to feel those feelings, and it's okay to navigate and know that there's a way out of those feelings, and that sometimes it's a process. So I just want to say that if you don't feel strong today, it's all right. You can navigate through that, and you can feel your feelings and allow them to move, and be open to the message that may be behind the intensity, or that may be wanting to come through beyond the sorrow or sadness or grief. So yeah, but with that, let's get into some cards for the week. I'm gonna use this deck right here, and then we're gonna switch over to the Moonology deck right here, which I feel is I've been using it anyway, but I just feel like, of course, it's timely because we're in a full moon phase right now. So actually, I started to go right in, but I feel like 3 shuffles is a better idea. I'm going to put the song of the week at the end this time. So yeah, that's still coming too. Oops. And one more shuffle. All right. Oh, that was really, really quick. Okay, so first card we have is the High Priestess. Second card we have is the Oracle. So before I even pull the last card, when I was mentioning those more raw and intense emotions, there's also something coming in with the intuition. And no matter how you're feeling, everybody's not gonna be feeling sad. I personally was not feeling sad for the full moon. I was actually feeling really good. And I feel like with these two cards, trusting the intuition, of course, but there may be some spirit guides that want to be present too right now. Like, this feels like messages coming in from maybe your ancestral lineage, or maybe just like your spirit guides who want to share something, reveal something to you. But it also depends on you taking the time to give yourself that stillness and to give yourself moments to be in a more feminine energy. And that doesn't mean to do nothing, even though feminine energy is the receptive energy, but you have to be willing to take the time out to go in, meditate, invoke the spirit, pray, however you choose to look at that. But it's taking time to withdraw from the physical world to a degree and to tap into the spirit and the soul. If you make time to do that, you're going to allow those messages to come through. Maybe you want a cup of tea. Maybe you want to do a little, and maybe you want to light an incense. Put your diffuser on with your essential oils. I don't know. However you choose to do that. A bath, you know what I mean, with lit candles. Whatever gets you into that place of receptivity in a relaxed state to quiet the mind. Free writing and journaling is also another way. That's going to open the door for you to be receptive to these types of messages that are wanting to come in. The High Priestess is always something to be revealed. It's also a call to take no outside advice other than your own intuition. So this is also, which is a running theme, it's also about trust. So you have to get clear with yourself before you can trust your intuition. So just make sure all your faculties are aligned the right way. But this is excellent for the full moon. There's moons behind both of these goddesses and these images. So let's see what else. Let's get one more card maybe for the card of the week. Visions coming in also. Okay, we got one more card. Ooh, confusion. Let's do a clarification card. Well, I also feel that speaks to what I said. You have to make sure all your faculties are aligned. You don't want to have confused energy. I would also do some protection, invocations, and prayers beforehand of getting into that receptive state, because you don't want anything coming through. You want the right messages and what's for you to be coming through, not anything from anywhere, and definitely not from a bruised ego or an inflated ego. Yeah. That's going to support us. 3 more cards. Okay. Well, that's going to support the clarity of the message, which I love with this Crone Visionary card. This is about clarity coming through. Community. And then the Chariot, which is also a symbol of victory and movement. So let's back it up a little bit here. So with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards here, I'm going to just put you up here. So we could just do this. Okay. So one thing that is associated with the full moon is mania and is lunacy. That's where the word lunacy and lunatic come from, right? So with all of this moon energy being really high and heightened, the moon being just coming out of Cancer is also the domicile for the moon. It exalts in Taurus, but it's at home in Cancer. The moon in this image, you can see that this person is more serene. She's more calm. She's at ease. Right here with Isis, with the wings extended, this is also just, this is knowing, this is protection, but this is also great illumination. But with that, you do stand the possibility of coming out of confusion, but you do stand the chance of getting mixed signals if you don't do the proper preparation of the mind. So meditation, like I said, the journaling, the free writing, that makes way for the clear messages to come in. You have to attune yourself to a certain vibration and frequency like you always hear in order to be a clear signal and get the right message to come through. If not, it's going to be a little jumbly. This could also be about coming out of confusion and moving into clarity. So if you have been someone who's already been in a confused state and you're looking for answers and you're wondering what the heck is going on and what's next and you're going to get the answers, but you still have to calm the mind. You also need to remember to acknowledge your support. There are people in your life. This is an earth sign card. There's people in your life who are willing to show up for you, but if you don't give them the opportunity to do that, you may be missing out on something. This is also about your inner illumination. So I would also say grounding yourself, reminding yourself that you do have a physical body, appreciating that physical body, sending some love to that physical body. This is also, to me, a representation of the inner light, because this circle is whole. It's the four directions create a solid foundation with this card, and there's a light in the center. You are the light in the center. So everyone has their light in the center. But to acknowledge, nurture, and recognize that, you need to be able to be in a state of clarity. So don't worry, because the outcome stands to be wonderful if you choose to take the advice of this spread. And with this being another Cancer card, I feel like also speaks to that Cancer and that moon energy. So this is really about clearing the mind and balancing the mind and the emotions and leaning into the proper divine messages that are wanting to come through for you, and gaining that true understanding through communication and through understanding the support that you actually have in your life and knowing that you're here to shine. So that's really what I get from this message this week. Let's see what the Moonology deck has to say. Gratitude to the soul and the spirit. Oh, hey. I'm just now looking up at the screen. Okay. Let's see what the Moonology deck may want to add to this message. Okay. A time for healing. I know it's probably reversed on the screen, but a time for healing. So yeah, I want to also reiterate giving ourselves grace, especially for those of us who may be feeling heavier right now with this moon intensity. Give yourself some grace. Remember that you are worthy in every step, whether you right or wrong. You can always, choose differently. Don't blame yourself for things that are out of your control. This is a time to really remember that you're good in all scenarios. If you've been experiencing something like, from the past or maybe even in the present that's just heavy, I want to offer that you give yourself space to move through those negative emotions, but just remember that there's clarity coming. And a lot of times it's an issue of, I know for me, it's like, I want the answer right now. But taking that beat to really get clear or make room for the energy of clarity to come in. Maybe you just need a nap. You know what I mean? Sometimes pushing through is not the answer. If you have obligations and responsibilities, cool. But if you can take a beat to nurture yourself, run yourself a bath, take a nap, soak your feet, get a cup of tea, or get a cup of whatever it is that you want to drink, some cocoa or something. Like whatever it is that's going to reiterate that you're cozy, that you're secure, that you're safe. I really encourage those things right now. A time for healing really reminds me too to say it's okay to slow down a little bit. Slow it down. The messages are going to come in with clarity. Just slow it down. Lean into your supportive community. Know that you are a community within yourself, that you are a beautiful light, and that you will be victorious. You do have positive outcomes on the way, are happening behind the scenes from what you can't see, because you do have invisible helpers assisting you from the divine. So I'm gonna leave that there. I will be saving the live per usual. Thank you for watching, and feel free to get involved, comment, and do all of the things. Y'all know I like it when y'all do that. I do want to extend a reminder to those of you who have received readings from me to please drop me a review via email or through my IG DMs, because I'm compiling my reviews right now. And we're going to continue to have a beautiful week. We got this. We are victorious. We claim these things, and we're still making room for miracles. So peace and love. Y'all take care.